As a share of that lead. Now Tavatanakit found the green in 2 at the par 5 8th. Left herself a monstrous eagle putt. This is now for birdie. These have got to go for the tie. And if she doesn't leave Tanamera with the title this evening, she'll look back on those 2 par 5s in the front 9. And Jae Hee for Park Do-eun. Now Tavatanakit, as she did yesterday, out with a 3-wood. Really, you're not looking to pitch it on the green, because with a fairway wood, you'd be coming in with so much heat that it's impossible to hold the surface. If you could land this in the upslope just short, have it trickle on like Park Do-eun's, that's the best chance you have to leave this in a good spot. Keeping a keen eye on it. That's got to just take that slope. Okay. That's fine for Patty. It just rolls a little bit more towards the front of the green. It sort of straightens out the putt a touch for her. She must use her length as an advantage today. She can create lots of opportunities, but she's got to take them. Now back down to Jae Hee. Good angle, right half of the fairway to this back left pin. Uphill second shot, adds about 2 to 3 yards to the yardage. Yeah, pretty good shot there. Certainly looks like she's playing a lot freer. This finds what a moment it could be. And for Jae Hee, she's not one to get caught up in the occasion herself. She's got a good experienced man on her golf bag. Kim Dong-yong, you can see him tending the flag there. Man who's caddied for the great Park Hyun-kyung and last year's Player of the Year, Lee Ye-won. Now working full-time with Jae Hee. He's going to keep her calm, keep her focused on the present. There's a chance to move one clear. Left it short in the jaws at 7, just slips low at 8. Three birdies on the bounce from 4 through 6 to get herself into a share of that lead. That close to getting to 15 under par. Of history, Jae Hee looking for what would be an amazing birthday present in Bang Shin Sil, looking for a 3rd KLPGA Tour victory. Don't forget Paddy Tavatanakit, who's looking for a 3rd win in 3 and 4 weeks, beg your pardon. That eagle putt just coming up short at the 9th for Patty T, but still that's going to be a very solid front 9 of 33. And you think about the fact that she's played both par 5s in 1 over par this final round. Well, she very well should be leading this championship, but she's one back at the back. Now Patty carries a 3-wood and a 5-wood. I imagine this is that 5-wood for the tie. Just a little right, but no harm done. As long as you keep your tee shot in play here, you're fine at the 10th. Should be pretty much a full driver for Kim Jae Hee. Doesn't have the luxury of Bang Shin-sil or Oh Soo-min speed. Oh, it's a 3-wood. Okay. So I have to throttle this to get it onto that front edge. It's just going to avoid the mix department. Take the blame for that one. It has been a topsy-turvy day already. We've still got 9 holes to go at the Tanamera Country Club. Options here for Kim Jae Hee. If you try to land this just in that sort of sandy spot, hope for a good kick and just have this tumble over the hill, or you want to play this with an open club face and a lot of spin, but that's the risky play. She's gone for the percentage shot here. And almost playing it to perfection. She's holding her nerve nicely, the 23-year-old Kim. Had a look, didn't it? Had a chance. You see Oh Soo-min there. She thought it might have had a prayer. That's always good to see. Such great camaraderie and sportsmanship being displayed out by these ladies at the Tampines course today. Now, Paddy T was a little bit right off the tee. She's laid it up into the right rough. It's just avoided the trees on the right-hand side. I believe this is her third shot. Can't imagine this is her second. Graphics department having a bit of a nightmare at this stage, but again, they're doing their very best. But Patty will not be pleased with where that's ended up. Through the back of the green, minimal green to work with. Now Jae Hee. Still a bit of movement from the left in this, so she's got to strike this positively. Well, hold. Tell you what, she is holding out nicely today, Kim Jae Hee. She's the first to 15 under par. She'll have company in a couple of moments' time. Now, Tavatanakit, tough shot this. Got to carry it, I would say, onto the green with spin. Try and hold it. The green does tilt from left to right. Oh, otherworldly from Patty Tavatanakit. It takes so much trust in your ability to play a shot like that, to have the speed at the bottom of your swing, to create that spin and get it to grab. Patty, classy player, just shrugs it off like, yep, no big deal. I'm that good. And I had to get up and down on the 72nd hole to pip Alban Valenzuela to the Honda LPGA crown about a fortnight ago. Question is, how are the nerves for your two co-leaders? Neither has won on the KLPGA Tour. One's just a teenager, to be fair. Kim Jae Hee, she's been in the mix a couple of times back in 2023. Runner-up to Park Joo-young at the Daibo House D Open, and also runner-up at the S-Oil Championship, so she's going to know what the butterflies in her stomach are going to feel like. Rough. That's going to make the layup a bit of a problem. Now up to 11T and Tavatanakit. If she pushes this a bit, she still should have the speed to clear that right fairway bunker, but there's tons of room left. There's really no reason to want to take this up the right side. Oof. Is she right of that right fairway bunker? Not sure Patty knows either. There'll be no complaints from her, and oh dear, Patty has found that bunker. It's a pretty steep lip as well. I'm not sure if she can get enough loft and club on this ball to get it all the way to the pin. Pick that nicely. Yeah, that's going to roll off into a low collection area short of the green. So work cut out for Patty Tavatanakit to try to keep her. Jae Hee with her layup. I love the tempo and rhythm of this swing. Watch how fluid this is. Just so unhurried. Almost waits for the club to get into the right position before starting her transition. Just going to find the first cut of rough, but it looks like it's sitting okay. So Tavatanakit, lots of green to work with. I expect she's going to try and fly it into that ball. Play that running shot. That little hump is going to come into play. Wow, got that one to bite very quickly. Too quickly almost for Patty T. Just want to start this right edge of the green. Try and land it maybe 5 yards short of the pin. And it'll stick on that top level. Great shot. Good distance control from Kim Jae Hee. Certainly looked like the more steady of the two. The 23-year-old. Now to the 24-year-old tie up ahead at 11. Big putt for Patty. They're all big putts at this stage of the championship. This for par. And she buries it. Really important putt there for Tavatanakit. Keeps herself at 14 under. So this for the outright lead. Kim Jae Hee. Slightly downhill. Just want to teeter from right to left. Doesn't move that much. Still, if you offered her a 5 on the first on the tee, she would have taken it, pretty sure. The modified Stableford Corée Championship the other. Now Patty's just avoided that irritating bunker on the left of 12. She judged the lie here out of the rough pretty well, you'd have to say. Good shot for Patty T. Back down 11T, you can see the fairway up in the distance. That general tilt from left to right. Now, Tavatanakit for a much-needed birdie. Needs a little bit more pace, Patty. You just wonder if maybe a bit of fatigue starting to course through the body of the tie. A lot of traveling over the last couple of weeks for 27th ranked player in the world. Jae Hee. Well, the plan is to just be right of this pin, try to use that slope. You don't want to be too far right, or you're going to catch the wrong side of it and will feed away. So sort of where Koji Yu was. Pretty well manufactured there. Good shot from Kim. But now for the outright lead. Kim Jae Hee. Downhill. Still wants to move a little right, but not as much from this angle. She's got it, surely. Oh! How many good putts has she hit today that have not gone in, Kim Jae Hee? Still a deadlock at 15 under. About 2.5 feet out, I thought that was in. I think she did too. Perfect spot for a drive to land. Jae Hee. Of course, they wouldn't have known that ball of Bang Shin Sil has found the bunker. She thinks it's absolutely rip-roaring perfect. Just keep it inside the two traps on the right. And there's a slope that kicks the ball back towards the middle of the fairway. I've got a much softer bounce than Shin Sil's. She's actually left herself in a pretty flat part of this 12th fairway. Now up to 13 and Tavatanakit. Just get the sense she could be running out of holes. She needs to find some birdies. Hasn't made one since the 9th. And that was just a 2-putt. Opportunity here. Wedge in hand. So good from this range. A classy shot, well played from Patty T. Will the putter cooperate? That's the million-dollar question. Currently sits second on the race to the CME Globe. 6-footer left for row. There has been some very solid and steady golf from Kim Jae Hee on her 23rd birthday. Patty for birdie to get back within one. Nope, not gonna go. Just chalk up a couple of sluggish, sloppy mistakes to potentially fatigue for Tavatanakit. So even though she's got the longest of the 3 approaches into this 12th, Jae Hee with the flattest lie. Yellow triangle, about 130 yards to the front edge, pins on about 30, so a shot of right around 150 meters, 160 yards here. Very safely on the dance floor, but not exactly what you would call within birdie range. Patty on 14. Attackable pin in the front left section of this green. One of the greens that was reshaped last year to try and offer the committees more hole locations. It wouldn't have been possible to stick a flag on the front left of this green last year, and that is a very poor shot from Patty. Now Patty, 5 holes left to play. 2 back and not in position here on 14. Just short of the green on the upslope. Another deftly played pitch shot. It's birdies she needs. Pars just simply won't cut it. So, downhill up for Kim Jae Hee at the 12th. Oh, and much like Oh Soo Min, that one just running out of steam. She has been bogey free today. She has been the steadiest. For Kim Jae Hee and sort of the other weekend golfers, you'd definitely be looking between those 2 fairway bunkers as your start line. Oftentimes are tempted to try and bite off more than you can chew. But really, there's so much room on the left half of this fairway. And there's no real need to or reason to try and cut off a chunk of that dogleg. Tell you what, she's looking very comfortable today. Certainly more so than in the 3rd round yesterday. This is an attackable pin, especially if you find the fairway on the 13th. You get a good number. There's just a very gentle slope left and a little long of it. These rings have firmed up on the weekend, but they definitely still have some grab in them. So as long as you make good solid contact, you should be able to hold the front section and give yourself a decent look at a birdie 3. So, she's done the math, she's done the numbers. How can she execute the shot? Oh, you bet she can. What a time to deliver a swing like that for Kim Jae Hee. Took a time over it, but really pulled it off nicely. So this would give her a 1-shot lead with 5 holes to play. Huge putt coming up for Kim Jae Hee. This for the lead. Got to stay aggressive. Well done. Kim Jae Hee takes the lead all by herself with 5 holes left to play in the Singapore Women's Open. Oh, Patty fanned her tee shot right, but she's got to gap through the trees here. And the question is, Where does she land this? With that hole cut on the upper step of this two-tiered green. Gonna play some kind of low chaser. She's manufactured a pretty fine effort from there. Just through the back of the green. Still running. Just a little too much there, but so hard to get any kind of control when you're flighting the ball down, coming out of the rough and downwind. And that breeze is really picking up, usually a sign of potential poor weather incoming, but let's hope that that is not. So your new championship leader by 1, Kim Jae Hee on the tee at 14. Again, it's a pretty friendly section of the green here at this little par 3. 134 meters today. You need to feel like you carry this about 127 with this helping breeze. Long is the mistake here. You don't want to be there. Just looking at the front edge, and if it releases, great. If it catches a gust, good. But you take the long miss out of play. That's how you attack this front pin. She has got it on a string right now, Kim Jae Hee. That's an excellent tee shot. She's heaping the pressure on Oh Soo Min. Certainly turning on the style now is Kim Jae Hee. Watch this. Mention all you need to do is just carry it on the front edge. Allow for a bit of release. Now, Patty, short game has been in full display this Sunday. This one slightly uphill, pitching into the breeze, which will help. And once again, a delightful pitch shot from Patty. All of a sudden, open up the 2-shot cushion. Kim Jae Hee for birdie at 14. An excellent tee shot, an even better putt. And Kim Jae Hee has a little breathing room. She hits 17 under par. She's 2 clear with 4 to go. What a time to start stringing them together for the 23-year-old under the card. No drop shots. Now to Tavatanakit on 16T. Again, it's a tricky tee shot. Into this strengthening breeze with a short iron. Don't want any kind of excessive spin on this at all. It could balloon up on you. Okay, just sticks it left edge of the green. She'll end her week at 11 under par. Should be good enough for a top 10 finish. Nice playing from the tie. This is your lady of the hour, Kim Jae Hee. Led coming into the weekend. Birdied her final hole yesterday to put herself into this final group. Back-to-back birdies at 13 and 14. Now sits 2 clear of Bang Shin Sil and Ila Galitsky. Pulled out for an eagle 2. Eventually would card around of level past 72. It was Galitsky at 2 under for the tournament and in a share of 43rd. Patty. Land this on a downslope. Should get some check on it. Just a little too much check, unfortunately. Unfortunately, Ko Ji-yu in the group ahead did walk off this green with a double bogey 5, so dropping 3 shots in 2 holes. Ko Ji-yu all the way back at 11 under par. That's her race run. Tournament leader Kim Jae Hee. Just 2 shots straight down breeze, so can look over the right half of that fairway bunker as her start line. Fairway cambers from right to left, so you carry it over that. It should kick back onto the short stuff. Again, what's been so impressive is that rhythm has not changed all throughout the course of this Sunday. Just a bit of tidying up required for Patty's par at the par 3. And it keeps her angles so nice through the putting stroke. Watch how her shoulders and arms hang down so gently, forming a triangle that never breaks. Just a big rock of the shoulders. Keeps that putter hit nice and square throughout the entire stroke. It's a 7th straight par since she hit the back 9. Unable to muster any kind of edge. The longest of the 3 tee shots in this group, Kim Jae Hee, but she's got the flattest of the 3 ball flights, so she's almost got to try to pitch it into the top third of that slope and have it kick forward and roll over that hill if she wants to replicate Oh Soo Min's shot. The result, rather. What a response from your championship leader. She has really turned on the style in the last hour. Kim Jae Hee, look at this, just that tempo, that silky smooth tempo, so unhurried. Took the longer club, just tried to feed it in on the breeze, and she has had the answers to every question that Oh Soo Min has asked her on this back 9. The game has matured nicely since turning pro last year. She'll gain lots of confidence each and every time she tees it up. Now, speaking of confidence, this for 3 in a row for Kim Jae Hee to really put the squeeze on the 15-year-old chaser is for a birdie. Oh, not this time for Kim Jae Hee. Just veered a little right as it lost pace. Despite an excellent second shot, she'll remain at 17 under. Tavatanakit up ahead in the middle of the fairway at the 17th. Just hit a little fairway finder off the tee. And that pin's in a bit of a collection area on the front right of the green. Playing into the breeze, can get it close. Just got to manage your trajectory and ball flight here. Don't want to get this to balloon up on the draft. Maybe just a touch spinny. Hang on to the front edge for Patty. Tell you what, with this prevailing wind right now, that 18th is going to play straight down breeze. It could be a huge advantage for the longer hitters, Soo Min and Shin Sil. But this is the lady in control of the championship right now. She's parred this hole every single day. Don't want to get this stuck up on the breeze. That's fine. Safe tee shot there from Kim Jae Hee. Now, up ahead at the penultimate hole, Tavatanakit for a birdie. Should swing from right to left as it comes over that front brow. Never quite hit it hard enough. It's going to be an 8th straight par for Patty. Calls I mentioned last year, Daibo House D Championship, S-Oil Championship. And being in this position before will certainly leave her in good stead as she chases her first KLPGA Tour title. Maybe a touch tight, a touch tentative there. It's going to be okay, just about in the circle of friendship for Kim Jae Hee. We'll zoom in. 16 under par. Consolidates a safe par there for Kim Jae Hee. Just 2 holes left to play for her. It is the modern game. Lots of lower body sequencing, trying to fire off that left-hand side, get as much torque as possible. That's a very solid tee shot for Kim Jae Hee, who will play first into this 17th green, but will be able to put the pressure on should she manufacture yet another excellent iron shot. In control of this championship, but only just. The lead coming into the weekend. Kim Jae Hee played away into the final group with a birdie at the 18th hole yesterday. She was flag hunting early, and brilliant approach shot into the first hole. Left it underneath the flag, but didn't convert that for birdie. Couple of pars followed, and then this brilliant tee shot into the par 3 4th. Getting that one to feed down the slopes nicely, almost thinking about going in, that it would be the simplest of tap-ins to get her birdie account started for this final round. Picked up another birdie at the par 5 5th, and then from off the green at the par 3 6th, jammed this one in with authority for 3 in a row. It just stalls on the breeze. There's that shoulder that caught out Patty Tavatanakit a little bit earlier on. You don't want to be on the short side of that, so absolutely vital to, if anything, just be a little bit past this pin. Slopes will work to your advantage there. You come up short, the slopes are going to take it away. And that breeze should be in off the left for Kim Jae Hee as she sets up over this approach into the penultimate hole. Oh, she double-crossed that. She has, but the good news is it's still in that front section of the green. It's not really her best swing by a long shot. And talents develop and mature. She's the lady in control right now, Kim Jae Hee. Not exactly stone. Rush of blood to the head for Oh Soo-min. Now to the last, and Tavatanakit. That yellow marking in the fairway 260 yards to the front edge, so within the go zone for Patty, particularly downwind. I think she just caught that a little heavy. Sounded like it pegged a tree. So this is when you really start to feel the nerves sometimes with the championship lead. Sort of mid-range putts. Anyone who's been in a pressure situation before will tell you sometimes you just can't feel your arms, your hands, your fingers. You're just relying on muscle memory here. Should want to move predominantly from left to right as it makes its way to the hole for Kim Jae Hee. Be pretty glad to take 2 putts from this spot. That's a good putt. That's a great putt. So she will go to the 18th. 17 under par. Bang Shin-sil with a putt to tie momentarily. Paddy clattered into the trees with her second shot, and really this is just jail now for the tie. Not sure what kind of route she has. Looks like she has to take a low road underneath the branches, but almost impossible to stop it. Has to carry it past that greenside bunker. And on that flight, can't hold the green. Thankfully that did clip 1 or 2 branches, carries the bunker, and has actually worked out okay for Patty T. Trails that lady by 2, heading into the par 5 18th. And the tee moved up, and the breeze at her back certainly going to be an advantage for Bang Shin-sil. We've seen Kim Jae Hee sneaky long. She can get it out there. Just needs to get that tee shot safely away down the fairway and plot her way up the hole from there. She holds all the cards at the moment with that 1-shot cushion. Not the Sunday that Paddy Tavatanakit was looking for. Had her chances on the front 9. Ultimately stuck in neutral for most of the day. And it looks like it's going to be 9 straight pars to close the championship for the pre-tournament favourite. She was a winner in Saudi Arabia, a winner in Pattaya, 8th place last week at the HSBC Women's World Championship, and it's going to be a top 5 finish for Paddy Tavatanakit here at the Hana Financial Group Singapore Women's Open. Lost in a playoff at the Hana Financial Group Ladies Championship at Bears Best, maybe even less. Now for Kim, what do you do here? Do you try to stay aggressive? Or do you just play out a little bit right towards those bunkers, take it as a 3-shotter? Again, that tempo has not changed from the first tee this morning. That's an excellent tee shot. It's going to keep on chasing. Curious to see if she's going to go for the green in 2. Well, she's got 3 wood. I don't mind this play. Just want to avoid that bunker down the right. Definitely want to avoid the greenside trap left. Anything short of that is okay for Kim. Okay, movement all around the top end of the leaderboard. Lead changes, 3 players tied at 1 point. Got congested, it got interesting. Low round of the day, a 65 from Park Min-ji, 66 from Jaravi Bunchan. A couple of 67s thrown in there as well. This is the lady with one hand on the trophy right now. All sitting up just a bit in that rough. And if anything, that makes this shot a little bit easier because she doesn't have to worry about this one sticking too quickly. She can allow for some release. Say if anything, just has to throw this right onto the top of that plateau, short of the dip down to where the pin is. Coming in with a fair amount of loft anyway. With a bit of grass between club face and ball, it should just release a touch. Right on about 90 yards left here for Kim Jae Hee. Okay, it's just going to feed a little right. Stay there. Okay. Not brilliant. But is it enough? The par here, she forces Bang Shin-sil to get up and down to send us into overtime. Long bunker shot. Kim Jae Hee. Don't think she knows that that ball's just fed off a little bit right for her. As they make their way up, good opportunity to congratulate the lone Singaporean to make the half PGA Tour. Played alongside Lydia Ko on the Friday. Super talent and a product of the new and improved revamped Singapore Golf Association training pathways and programs that Joshua Ho and his team have worked so hard to put together. Matt Ballard, outgoing national coach. Mary Schmidt looking to crown Kim Jae Hee is the winner of this second Singapore Women's Open. Do love a championship that comes down to the 72nd hole Sunday. It adds to the drama. So what do you do if you're Kim Jae Hee here? Do you try and hold it and end this thing right now? Or do you just try to mosey it up to a kick in and ask Bang Shin-sil a tough question? What she's got working for her is this is uphill all the way, so she can be aggressive with her speed. Always hard to hit putts hard enough when you're a little bit tense. Got to keep that putter hit moving. Got to keep it accelerating. That's pretty good. That is pretty good given the circumstances for Jae Hee. So come back down to Bang Shin-sil. Ended up making a bogey 6, and if you look forward to today, that really has caught in Singapore. This, the moment that Kim Jae Hee has waited for, to win the Singapore Women's Open. Happy birthday, Kim Jae Hee. She wins the Hana Financial Group Singapore Women's Open. Big hug there for her bagman, Kim Dong-yong, who stewarded his player to victory. She turns 23 today, and she is going to celebrate that with her first ever KLPGA Tour title. And she looked a different player this Sunday, Kim Jae Hee. was a little bit tentative on Saturday, having slept on the lead coming into the weekend. But no doubt a birdie on 18 yesterday that got her into this final group, settled her down. She looked like a woman on a mission today. And for the first time this year, we wrap our champion in the winner's towel after that traditional water bath. Many congratulations, Kim Jae Hee, your winner here at the Singapore Women's Open. What a performance, a bogey-free round of 66, beaten only by Park Min-ji on a breezy Sunday in Singapore. She prevailed, she hung in there, she picked up birdies when she needed to, she held her nerve down the stretch, and she will, for the first time in her career, lift a championship trophy. Yeah, still the small formalities of checking that scorecard to be done. When she makes that official, we'll be able to send it down to the prize presentation ceremony. But that is a wonderful, wonderful feeling for Kim Jae Hee.